This is one of Fitness Blender's abs and cardio workouts. In this workout, we're going to be doing 4 groups of 1 cardio exercise and 1 ab exercise. We're going through intervals of 20 seconds on and 10 seconds off, 3 times through for each exercise before you move on to the next. These are all body weight driven exercises, so there's not going to be any equipment for this routine. Let's go and get started with our first exercise, the jumping jacks. Remember, it's going to be 20 seconds of activity with 10 seconds of rest, 3 times through for this exercise before we're done. Go ahead and get ready. And start it up. Which is a traditional jumping jack. Nice quick motion, bring those hands up over your head at the same time as spreading those feet apart, then snapping those feet back together as those arms come back down. Remember, nice quick motion, try to keep those arms and legs as rigid as you can, and try to let those feet touch the ground in each position for as short a time period as possible before you snap them back the opposite direction. And go ahead and let it relax. You got 10 seconds rest. Nice deep breath. Just keep moving around. Whatever you do, don't stop or sit down. You want to keep moving. Go ahead and get ready and start up. Again, nice solid position with those arms and legs. You want to keep them nice and rigid, contracting those muscles as tight as you can. The harder you push on this, the more muscles you try to contract, the more calories you're going to burn while doing it. So just focus on trying to keep everything nice and solid, get a nice quick motion. Almost done. And let it relax. All right, you got another 10-second rest and then 1 more round of the jumping jacks before you move on to the next exercise. Go ahead and get ready. And start it up again. Remember, this is your last round of these jumping jacks, so really push through it. Make sure those arms and legs are nice and rigid, contracting all those muscle groups. Just remember that our next exercise coming up is going to be a core exercise, so that's not going to be pushing that cardiovascular endurance very much. So you need to make sure you really push it through this one. Almost done, just a few seconds left. And let it relax. All right, let's go ahead and move down to the ground. We're going to be doing toe touch crunches next, so go ahead and lay flat on your back with those legs straight up above those hips. Nice straight leg. Go ahead and get ready. And start them up. Get those legs up. Hands above your shoulders, and then crunch up towards those toes. Get a nice tight squeeze on those abs at the top every single time. Make sure when you lay back down, you don't let those abs completely release. You want to let those shoulder blades almost touch the ground, but always keep those abs nice and tight. Again, we're doing 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. We're almost done with our first round. And let it relax. All right, drop those legs down. Let it relax for just a second. You got your 10-second break. If you want to burn a few more calories with this rest, make sure all those muscles are nice and contracted. Go ahead and get those legs back up and start again. Nice slow contraction, getting those shoulders all the way up off the ground as high as you can, reaching up towards those toes. Trying to keep those legs completely stationary. Don't let them come in over top of that stomach or over top of that chest. You want to try to keep them straight up over top of those hips. We just have a few seconds left. Keep it going. And let it relax. Go ahead and drop those legs back down. This is our second rest. Got 1 more round through of these toe touch crunches. Go ahead and get ready and start. Nice tight squeeze at the top every single time. Try to keep those shoulder blades up off the ground the entire time you're doing this. Make sure those abs are always contracted. You never let them release until your time is completely done. Just 5 seconds left. We're almost there. And let it relax. All right, go ahead and stand back up. We're going to do our next cardio exercise. This is going to be a reverse lunge with a front kick. Go ahead and get ready. And start up. So you're going to step back into that lunge, come back up. That same leg you stepped back with, you're going to kick it in front of your body, reaching out towards that foot with the opposite hand from foot, then bring that foot back down to the ground, and then do that same motion over again with that opposite leg. Just keep alternating back and forth the entire time. Just got a few seconds left. Keep it going. And let it relax. All right, you got your 10-second rest. Just keep moving. Make sure you don't stop. Just got a few seconds left before we start right back into that same exercise. And start up. Remember, just alternating back and forth, stepping back for that reverse lunge, and then kicking that leg forward, reaching down with that hand. Just keep that motion going as clean as you can, as rapid as possible, while still maintaining control the entire time. Just got a few seconds left. And let it relax. All right, here's your next rest. Got another 10 seconds. And get ready to start back up. And begin. Go right back into that rear lunge, that leg kick, and then switch it off to the other side. Just keep alternating back and forth. This is your last one through until we get a nice rest on another core exercise. So make sure you're really pushing yourself, trying to get that heart rate up, trying to get that breathing rate up. Make sure you're really nice and tired by the time you're done. Just a couple seconds left. And let it relax. All right, let's go ahead and move down to the floor for our next exercise for the core, the plank walks. Go ahead and get ready. And start up. Go ahead and come up to that plank position, elbows and toes. Try to keep a nice straight line from that shoulder down to that ankle. Keep those hips low, then walk those feet in and out. Try to match us by going out, out, in, out, in, but make sure that the last foot that comes in is the first foot to go back out. That way you'll always be switching which foot you start with. All right, go ahead and let it relax. You got 10 seconds rest before we start round number 2. All right, get ready. And start them up. Bring those hips back up. Nice straight line from shoulder to ankle. Keep those hips nice and low, walking those feet in and out. Remember, whichever foot you end with, bringing it in, you want to start with pushing it back out. Just keep that motion going nice and strong. And we're almost done. Just a few more seconds. Keep it going strong. And let it relax. Drop those hips down. Let yourself rest for another 10 seconds before we start that last round. Go ahead and get ready. And start them back up for the last time. Get those feet going. Remember, keep those hips nice and low. Really push those abs. Make sure they're constantly working. Make sure all those muscle groups in that body are nice and tense to get a little bit more out of this routine. Just 5 seconds left. Keep those legs moving. Keep those hips down nice and low. We're almost done. And let it relax. All right, that was the end of round number 3. So go ahead and stand up for our next cardio exercise, the squat hops. Let's go ahead and get ready. And start up. Begin with those feet nice and wide. Squat down into a nice deep squat. Then hop up. Bring those feet together underneath you. Tapping those toes momentarily before you bring those legs back out nice and wide. Dropping back down into another squat. Just alternate back and forth. Nice quick motions. We've just got a few seconds left, so keep it going. And let it relax. All right, take your 10-second break. We're going to start into round number 2 here in just a few seconds. And start it up. Nice wide squat, going down nice and deep, then come back up, hop those feet together underneath you real quick, hop them back out and right back down into another squat. Just keep alternating back and forth, nice and quick. Almost done. And let it relax. All right, that's the end of round number 2. We got one more to go. Got a few seconds left of our rest. Get ready. And start them back up. Make sure you really push it on this one. This is your last round before you switch back into a core exercise and let yourself rest for a little while. So really make sure you're pushing it on this one. Get a lot of calories burned. Get that heart rate up. You better be breathing hard and sweating by the time you're done. Just a few seconds left. And let it relax. All right, let's go and move on to the next exercise, the figure 4 leg lifts. Go ahead and get ready. And start them up. Bring that left leg up with that right leg crossed over top. Drop it down. Bring it back up and then switch sides immediately. Drop it right back down and back up. Just keep alternating back and forth. Trying to make that transition from leg to leg as quick as you possibly can. Try to get those legs down as close to the ground as you can without letting them completely touch. And then bring it right back up over top of that hip before you switch those legs and start it over. And go ahead and let it relax. We're going to give you that 10-second rest before we start into round number 2. Get ready for that next round. And start it up. Nice slow controlled motion. Switch those feet back and forth at the top as quick as you can. Keep those legs as straight as possible as you drop them down. Try to get them as close to the ground as you can without completely touching, and then right back up over top of that hip. We're almost done. Just a few more repetitions. And let it relax. All right, go ahead and drop those feet down. You got another 10-second rest before we start the last round, round number 3. All right, go ahead and get ready for that last one. And start it up. Those legs moving, nice slow controlled motion. Remember that right ankle on top of that left knee. And at the top, switch it over so that left ankle's on top of that right knee. Just keep it back and forth every single time you come back up to the top. Almost done, just about 5 seconds left. And let it relax. All right, go ahead and stand up. We've got another 10-second break till we start into our next cardio exercise, the broad jump plus a hop back. Go ahead and get ready. And begin. Start with a broad jump, both feet jumping straight forward as quick as you can, then 3 hops back to that starting position, then start again. Getting that broad jump again as hard as you possibly can, getting as much distance from that starting position as possible, then 3 quick hops back to that starting position. Almost done, just a few seconds left. And let it relax. All right, 10 seconds of rest. Make sure you keep moving around. Don't just completely relax. At least keep those feet shuffling back and forth. We're almost there. And start up again. Another broad jump with 3 hops. And we're almost done. Just a few seconds left. Keep that motion going. And let it relax. All right, 10 seconds rest. Start into round number 3 next. Go ahead and get ready. And start up. Again, nice deep broad jump. And then 3 hops to get back to that starting position. Then broad jump again. Just keep it going. This is your last round before we start into another cardio exercise. Just keep it going, pushing yourself as hard as you possibly can. Making sure you go until that very last second. We're almost done. And let it relax. All right, let's go ahead and move back down to the floor for our last core exercise, the V-pulse crunches. Be sitting on that tailbone to start off. Go ahead and get ready. And start up. That nice flat back, you're going to lean back as far as is comfortable. And then a few inches, the very, very maximum range of motion, you're just going to pulse back and forth. So you want to lean that chest back as far as you can go, so use those legs as counterbalance. Then just pulse to that very, very back of that range of motion, trying to get everything really nice and tight, making sure that back's perfectly flat. And let it relax. Go ahead and let it rest for about 10 seconds, and we're going to move right back in for round number 2. And start up. Lean back again as far as you can control with a nice flat back, then a couple of inches of pulse. The very, very maximum range of motion, leaning back as far as you can. Remember, use those legs for counterbalance if you need to. Just keep it going. Nice tight squeeze on those abdominal muscles, those obliques, and that lower back. You're going to feel it through the front of that hip as well. And let it relax. All right, 10 seconds break, and then we got one more round, and then we're done. Go ahead and get ready. And start again. Lean back, nice flat back. Go as far as you can back. Keep those abs nice and tight. Couple of inches, the very, very furthest range of motion you can control. Get those legs out away from you. Help use them as counterbalance. Just keep that motion going nice and solid. Almost done. And let it relax. All right, that was the last round of our last exercise, so this workout is complete. You just finished Fitness Blender's abs and cardio workout.